When we think of Greek mythology, one name instantly comes to mind: Zeus, the mighty king of Olympus, ruler of the gods, wielder of thunder, and the ultimate symbol of power. But Zeus's story goes far beyond just thunderbolts and royal titles. His life is filled with fascinating twists, complex relationships, and epic battles that helped shape the very fabric of the ancient world. So, sit back and prepare yourself for a journey through the myths, legends, and untold stories of Zeus, the king of Olympus. His story begins not on Mount Olympus, but in a much darker place, the chaotic and turbulent realm of the Titans. Zeus was the youngest of 6 children born to the Titans Cronus and Rhea, and as we often find in myths, family dynamics were complicated. You see, Cronus had a habit of swallowing his offspring whole. Why, you ask? Well, like many rulers, Cronus was paranoid about losing power. A prophecy warned him that one of his children would overthrow him, so he took matters into his own hands, or should I say, his own mouth. But Zeus's mother, Rhea, couldn't bear to see all her children devoured. So when Zeus was born, she tricked Cronus by giving him a stone wrapped in swaddling clothes instead. Cronus, in his haste, swallowed it, believing it was his child. Meanwhile, baby Zeus was hidden away in a cave on the island of Crete, far from his father's reach. Raised in secret, Zeus grew strong. When the time was right, he plotted his revenge. With the help of the goddess Metis, Zeus concocted a plan. He gave his father a potion that caused Cronus to vomit up his siblings, who were still alive. And thus, the stage was set for an epic confrontation, the Titanomachy. The Titanomachy, or War of the Titans, was a 10-year battle between the Olympian gods, led by Zeus, and the Titans, led by Cronus. This war shook the very foundations of the world. Mountains crumbled, oceans roared, and the skies themselves were torn asunder by Zeus's thunderbolts. The battle was long, and it was brutal. But in the end, Zeus triumphed, casting the Titans into Tartarus, a dark and endless abyss. With the Titans defeated, Zeus took his place as the undisputed ruler of the universe. He became the king of Olympus, and with his siblings by his side, Hades ruling the underworld, Poseidon the seas, and Zeus himself the heavens, the world was finally in balance. Or was it? Now, Zeus was a powerful ruler, but power comes with its own set of problems. Despite being king, Zeus's reign wasn't without challenges. He faced threats from both mortals and immortals alike, but perhaps his greatest challenge was not from the outside world, but from within, his own desires and, well, let's say complex relationships. Zeus is often portrayed as a womanizer, with countless stories of his romantic escapades. He married his sister Hera, but even that didn't stop him from pursuing others. From mortal women like Leda and Europa to goddesses like Demeter, Zeus's love life was a source of endless drama. And let's not forget about Hera, Zeus's wife and queen. Hera, the goddess of marriage, wasn't exactly thrilled with her husband's infidelity. She was known for her jealousy and took revenge not just on Zeus's lovers, but often on their children. One famous example is Hercules, the son of Zeus, and the mortal Alcmene. Hera made his life a living nightmare from the moment he was born. But despite all this, Zeus's numerous affairs weren't just about romance or lust. In many cases, they were also about power and control. By fathering children with different goddesses and mortals, Zeus ensured his influence spread far and wide across the mortal and divine realms. Many of his offspring became powerful figures in their own right, like Athena, the goddess of wisdom, and Apollo, the god of music and prophecy. So what kind of king was Zeus, really? On the one hand, he was a powerful and just ruler, keeping the balance between the gods, mortals, and nature. He upheld oaths, enforced justice, and punished wrongdoers. But on the other hand, he was also a deeply flawed figure. His temper was legendary. Quick to anger, he would unleash devastating thunderstorms and punish those who crossed him. And yet, he could also be merciful and protective, especially when it came to defending mortals who had earned his favor. Zeus wasn't just a distant figure sitting on his throne either. He often got involved in mortal affairs, sometimes appearing in disguise to test or guide humans. In one famous story, he visited a village with Hermes, disguised as a poor traveler. The villagers turned them away, except for an elderly couple, Baucis and Philemon, who welcomed them with open arms. In gratitude, Zeus transformed their humble home into a magnificent temple and granted them a peaceful death together. This story reveals a softer side to the king of gods, a side that valued hospitality, kindness, and compassion. Zeus's legacy is complex. He ruled with an iron fist, but his influence shaped the course of human history, at least in the mythological sense. His thunderbolt, a symbol of raw power, was both feared and respected. But more than that, Zeus embodied the very essence of leadership, balancing justice and mercy, chaos and order, passion and restraint. Zeus's story reminds us that even those in the highest positions of power aren't immune to human flaws. He was, after all, a god who reflected the people who worshipped him, full of contradictions, desires, and dreams. And while the myths of ancient Greece may seem distant, the lessons they offer remain timeless. Thanks for joining me today on this journey into the myths of ancient Greece. If you enjoyed this dive into the life of Zeus, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more stories from the world of mythology. Until next time, may the gods be with you.